that's gonna be $900. And so I'm like, okay, $900. Hey you guys, what is up? It is me, Rachel. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how I planned my recent trip to Cancun, Mexico. So before we get into the video, make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel, and if you like the video, make sure you like, comment, and share with everybody you know. This video has been requested by a few people because my Cancun vlogs have been turning up, y'all. Like, they've been going kind of crazy. If you guys have not seen part 1 and part 2 of my Cancun vlog, make sure you check those out after you watch this video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Big disclaimer. This is a huge big disclaimer, you guys. When I'm talking in this video, I do not condone traveling during a pandemic. I do not condone it. I know I did it, but I am also a very precautious person. I wore my mask everywhere. Me and my friends wore our mask everywhere. We social distanced as much as we could. So, you guys, if you guys are gonna go travel, especially out of the country, please just take precaution. Please wear your mask. Please social distance. If you believe in the vaccine, please get the vaccine, because we have to beat this monster. I know I'm not the only one sick and tired of sitting in the house and be cooped up in the house. I'm trying to go to the club. So wear your mask and everything, you guys. So first, I just wanted to talk about a little background. So I had a long semester at the Carib University. I go to Howard University. I'm a senior. I'm doing my second semester now, but last semester it was kind of really rough. So me and my friends decided that we wanted to take a trip, and so we didn't know where to go, but we knew we wanted to go to the tropics. So first, we decided on a budget. We decided how much we wanted to spend. I made a Google document writing all of this stuff down, which was very helpful to me because it was easy for me to just jot things down as I thought of them. It was easy for me to just share the link to my friends so they could see an update on our trip. So first, I have our objective. Go big or go home, but under $1,000. We did not want to spend over $1,000 on this trip. Did we meet that budget? I want to say no, but it was very, very close. After deciding that we wanted to spend that amount, we had to figure out where we were going to go. We knew we wanted to go to the tropics. We knew we wanted to be bad and bougie, but we didn't want to be bad and bougie in Florida because we've been there and we did that. So we wanted to go out of the country. So I'm looking at my computer right now. So if I'm looking down, that's what I'm looking at. So we had Cancun as a destination, Aruba, Turks and Caicos, Costa Rica, Puerto Rico. I narrowed Cancun down to our destination by solely the flight prices. The total cost of our flight was like $346 on Delta. That was including the luggage, and the flights to these other places were like $600. Like Aruba was $609, Turks and Caicos is $606, which was a little out of our budget, so we were like, we'll just do that next time. So after we came to an agreement that we were going to go to Cancun, we had to find out our exact dates. We knew we were gonna go in December, but we had to find out when. So we agreed on December 15th, 2020 to December 19th, 2020, which was 5 days and 4 nights. Good enough time to get in, get out, do what we had to do. That was our objective. We had when, and then we had where, which is Cancun, obviously. And then we knew we wanted to go to an all-inclusive resort, which does include food, drinks, and you have an open bar, all of that. So I ended up going on Travelocity.com to narrow down our options. I have down here Royalton Chic Cancun Suites, which was the resort that we actually did end up staying at, and I have Armor House, but just based on the pictures and just based on the size and everything, and the price, we went with Royalton Chic because it looked like the room was 600 square feet, but the other place had 400 square feet. And so for the price, we wanted to just be in a bigger space. So we came to an agreement that we were going to stay at the Royalton Chic Suites. I'm going to talk about a mistake that I made when booking the resort, a mistake that you do not need to make. I booked through Travelocity, and when you go on Travelocity.com, they ask you your dates and they ask you how many people are going to be staying in the room, how many guests you're going to have. So I, me being negligent, did not pay attention to how many guests there were going to be, and it automated to 1 guest. So the total I was looking at was about $800 something, or it was, yeah, roughly like 800 something, around that. And so I ended up thinking, oh my gosh, $800 for the 3 of us, let's divide it by 3 and that's how much we're gonna pay, whoop-de-whoop, which came out to like $268, which I thought was gonna be the right amount that we were gonna pay, which was gonna put us clean under our $1,000 budget. But when we did end up getting to Cancun, Mexico, they said, hey, what's your name? I'm like, Rachel. And they're like, okay, well, who's the other 2 people, because there's only 1 person on this reservation. I'm like, no, it's not, like, I booked for 3. And they said, no ma'am, you booked for 1. That's gonna be $900. And so I'm like, okay, $900. $900 right here, like right now, like come on, I'm trying to get my tequila sunrise on, like what are you talking about? So we had booked through Travelocity, and which has discounted rates. So the $900 price was what the hotel was trying to charge us, but we knew that Travelocity would charge us a lot less. So I had to get on the phone with the Travelocity people to get my other 2 friends added, and it was a hot mess because it was after 5 o'clock. The lady on the phone couldn't get in contact with the reservations department because they had closed, and she had to pull some strings, whoop-de-whoop, which took all of 2 hours. So that took that $900 extra charge down to about $700. So we had to pay about, let's say, $250 more than we thought we had to pay, which was a bummer and which was a mistake. So don't make that mistake. So that put us roughly at about, I don't know, I'm really just guessing right now, $346 for the flight, about $260 for the first the first go round of what we thought we were gonna pay, and then another $250. So that's about $850 for the flight and the hotel, which is pretty good, which is a pretty good price to, you know, be vacating in Cancun, because Cancun is typically an expensive destination. I remember when I went with my family a couple years back, I don't know how much my dad paid for it, but I know it was expensive. But I guess Cancun is just like the hot place to go because it's open. But like I said before, you guys really need to be safe. Everybody please be safe. After we had everything booked, after we had our resort booked, after we had our flight booked, I don't know if I mentioned this already, but we booked through Delta. In my document I had, let's run it back, objective, when, where, how, which was the flight, and then I have what. The what is, what are we gonna do? So me and my friends talked. We was throwing out ideas here, there. I want to go to ATV. I want to jet ski. My friend kind of took care of this. I was mainly on the flights and the hotel situation. That was more so my mojo. Autumn was the one that kind of got the excursions together and made an itinerary for us. We ended up doing 2 excursions while we were there. The first one was an adults only all-inclusive boat party to Isla Mujeres, which ran us about $70 per person, and that included a free tequila tasting, free drinks on the boat, and lunch. That was a total of like 7 hours. Like $70 was so cheap for that entire day. Like I really do recommend that place. I'll put the link to the excursion in my bio. I know a lot of you guys were asking me about the name of the boat party. I put it in the link of my Cancun video, and I'm gonna put it in the description box right here so y'all can book them. I forgot the people's name, but I wish you guys could tell them that I recommended you guys. What was not included was pictures. We ended up getting pictures, which was about $45 in total, but we split it with our group, so not that much. And then also you guys saw us riding golf carts. That was not included. That was an additional $70, but that was not $70 each. That we had to split that as well. Another thing that was not included was gratuity. You guys should bring extra cash to tip the people on the boat, to tip the people, to just tip people. Like, the tequila tasting was free, but the guy that was doing it for us was so nice and gave us a really good time, so we ended up tipping him. We ended up tipping the boat people, ended up tipping the photographer, just because they did a really good job. And you know, a lot of people internationally who work those type of jobs, they really do depend on tips, so it really means a lot to them. So then the next day we went and rode ATVs, did the zip lines, and we went to the cenotes, which was about $60 per person. My friend Autumn was the one that did all the booking. We just sent her the money just so we could all be on one party, just so it was a lot easier. It was under her name. What it was included in that excursion was the ATV, the zip line, the cenote, and like a small little lunch, which was only about 2 tacos. It wasn't much, but that was included. And we ended up buying pictures, which ran us about $50 in total, so we ended up splitting that. I'm trying to see if I'm forgetting anything else. You do have to have a passport to get into Mexico, to get into anywhere outside of the United States. Make sure you have your passport. If you don't have a passport, apply to get one, because you never know when your friends want to hop in, go on a trip after the pandemic, of course. Make sure you have this. And no, we were not required to get, I don't want to say the C word, but no, we were not required to get tested. But we went in December when Donnie was in office. But now that we have moved on to bigger and better things, Kamala and Joe have put some travel restrictions in place, and you guys are going to have to go on Google and look up those specific travel restrictions, because I'm not going to tell you guys any false information. But I do know that coming back into the United States, you are required to have a negative test, so you guys are probably going to have to look into that. I wish at the time we went we were required to get tested, because it would have given me a peace of mind, because it was kind of wild out there. Even though our hotel did not require us to wear masks, I wish they did. I wish it was enforced. You know, everybody wanted to have a good time and nobody wanted to kill the mood wearing masks, but we did. We wore masks on the beach. I wore my mask when I was playing beach volleyball. I sure did, and I did not care. Another thing, somebody had asked me how much it cost for us to go from the airport to the hotel, and that ran us about 350 pesos, which came out to be, I believe the exchange rate is about $20. So for every US dollar, that's 20 pesos. That would how much we do? 350. So yeah, 350 pesos. So we paid about $17.50 each. It was 3 of us. Hold on. That don't make no sense. That don't make any sense. Well, I guess it does make sense. 350 pesos is $17.50. Right? Yeah, but I feel like we paid that each. So no, I guess we paid like $6 each, I guess. But that is not including gratuity either. So make sure you guys are paying the drivers additional for them driving you. Pay them gratuity. I don't really know how much. I mean, we just threw them an extra, you know, $5 US just to show our gratitude. Another thing is, if you guys are thinking about doing an all-inclusive resort, it is a great idea. I feel like, especially if you are going with a group of girls, just for safety reasons, so you don't really have to go off of the resort to go into the city to get food every day. I think that would be a good idea. But also, I will say that I do not want to do an all-inclusive resort ever again. Not ever again, but I don't want to do it anytime soon, just because, like, when I go on vacation, I really like to center my vacations around relaxation and good food and good drinks. If you know me, you know I like me a good drink. I like me a good quality margarita. if I'm taking some shots, I like me a good quality Patron Don Julio. Our resort had a steakhouse, they had a Asian cuisine, they had a Mexican restaurant, and they had a buffet, I believe. But you had to make reservations for the restaurants in the morning for that same night. So you had to wake up very early, go down to the desk. It was like a long line of people, so you had to get there early to make your reservations. And if you wanted to go to the steakhouse, you had to make sure that you were like one of the first people in line, because it was filled up. Like the steakhouse literally was filled up. And the food was only okay. The steakhouse was good, but like all the other restaurants, the buffet was not that good. It was not bussin', and we were kind of grumpy the whole time we were there, just because we were hungry and we wanted to eat some good food. And also the drinks, like I was saying before, were not the best quality drinks. And I'm not even saying this being bougie. I'm saying like the margaritas were those were literally not margaritas. I don't know what they were. They were literally like lime Kool-Aid with some like Jose Cuervo in it. Like I could not take it. And I literally love me a margarita. Margaritas are like one of my favorite drinks because they're just basic. I love lime, I love tequila. Let's just keep it simple. But they couldn't even do that. They couldn't execute a good margarita. So that just really threw me off. But overall, we had a great time. It was pretty easy. And lastly, I do want to stress again, if you are thinking about traveling, please be safe. Do not be around a lot of people. Wear your mask all the time. Social distance. If you can wait, please. If you can wait it out. But that is all. I hope I did not miss anything. If you guys have any additional questions about my trip, I would love to answer them. So comment them down below. Keep them coming. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will catch you guys in the next one.